Hey everybody, Mr. Regan here, and if you are watching this video, you have clicked on the preview activity button to get an idea of what to expect in the upcoming lesson. And today we're going to go over kind of what to expect and how to navigate a typical science lesson when it comes to our different activities that we do. When in class, you are going to come across a lot of different Amplify activities. The one you're looking at is our Amplify practice lesson. And the way it's set up is almost identical to the kinds of lessons you're going to see in science class. You'll have your title slide that has some information that we're going to be covering in this preview about what you should be doing when completing the activity. Right now, we're in the preview phase. We'll talk about how to go about completing the different tasks in this slideshow, how to use some of the different resources and things within it, and then how to go about submitting it at the end of the day. So if you ever need to revisit these are found at the bottom of the title page for everyone in every lesson. The second slide is always going to be a roadmap and target slide where you're going to be able to see kind of where we are in our unit and then what targets we're going to be able to accomplish by the end of this lesson. So what you need to know is every unit is made up of lessons. A group of lessons make up a chapter. A group of chapters lead us to the tests, and then at the end of a unit and multiple tests, we complete the projects. So as we go through a unit, you'll know what lesson we're on, what chapter we're in, when the test will be coming up, and then obviously when we'll be ending with our project. Now, the targets, on the other hand, are four important things. They're going to be a focus question, focus knowledge, focus skills, and focus vocab. By the end of the lesson, you'll be able to answer the focus question, explain the focus knowledge. You'll be able to do the focus skill and understand the focus vocab. So we will break this down kind of at the start of each day so you kind of know in the back of our head what we're focusing on. From there, we get into what are called tasked slides. In each task slide, you'll see that there's an introduction, directions, task number, some sort of activity, and then in the speaker notes, there's usually some sort of resource or information there for you to help you complete whatever the task is. When completing a task slide, in this case, task 1, we always go in order from 1 to whatever the last slide is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Try not to jump around or it'll make things confusing. Each task slide builds on each other. So this one's going to help you do this one, which is going to help you do this one, and so on. Within each task slide, you have your introduction, which is a short blurb that's going to explain kind of what the focus or reason for what we're about to do is, what we're going to be doing in terms of the background we need to have or where our mindset should be. From there, we have the directions, which are broken down. You'll see that the underlined information shows you what you're doing. You'll see some highlighted sections that correspond with what you see below. So you can kind of make sense. The reds go with the reds, the blues, and so on. From there, you're going to go about completing the slide in the following order. You're going to read the introduction first, read the direction section second, and then use the direction to complete what's ever underneath, below, and so on. With that, there are some resources below in the speaker notes if you need or see as fit. As you complete each slide, as I said, you'll complete them in order, so task 1, 2, and so on. And within class, a lot of these tasks will be done either by yourself or with partners or with groups as you go. There'll be many different activities, some that include dragging and dropping items, different vocabulary that we'll break down, videos with questions we'll be answering, diagrams we'll be analyzing, videos with surveys, and much, much more. Things where you'll have to use many different Google resources, fun games you'll see like in Quizlet, Google Forms and Sheets to collect and show what you know, and so on. You'll know that you've come to the very end of a set of tasks or group of tasks when you get to what's called our stop page. This is a dinosaur that we use, this is a slideshow with a dinosaur that we use in class as a way of stopping, pausing, double checking our work, and having me, the teacher, check in. This is something we use in class, so if you come to this while outside of class, please know you don't obviously need to stop and call your teacher over to double check things, but you should double check your work for yourself. After that, in our formative lessons, we have what's called our exceeds expectation task or an extension task. This is a task that includes work that the students will do to further show their mastery of our different targets. It'll include some set of skills and content and such that we've focused on within this lesson and will be additional practice or an extension of what we're doing to further explore the topics or skills that we're working on. At the very end, you have what's called your submission slide. This is kind of a hodgepodge of things. On the right side, we have a breakdown of all the tasks that they should complete. Students are more than welcome to use this to check off things that they've done, to identify things that they haven't done, or so on as they go through them. It tells you when you should have checked in if we were during school, and it tells you what our exceeds expectations task was. On the left side is our general directions for turning things in and what you need to know as we wrap up our activities. Things like why we should be using our checklist, what we should be looking for when turning things into Schoology, and the rubric we're going to use to grade the assignment, and even a link if you turn it in late, so you can send a quick email to me to get this assignment graded quickly. So that's a general overview of what to look for, what to expect, how to complete a lesson. Again, this is going to account for any and all lessons we do in science, starting from beginning to end. So just because this video is showing our practice lesson, please know if you've pulled it up, hopefully this has helped you in navigating this, the activity that you're looking at. If you do have specific questions about the activity you're doing, please reach out to me personally. Otherwise, good luck with whatever activity you are working on.